Hi, I'm Orla, and this is Girl with a Microphone. And today I'm going to be talking about kind of like social media and being performative, how I've been enjoying having a private Instagram account. Okay, I know that probably sounds like I've described that in a very like flowery way compared to my usual episodes. In short, I'm talking about being perceived and my little private Instagram account. So I pre-record my Girl on a Microphone episodes. So this won't be accurate to the time that you're watching this, but I've very recently started a private Instagram account, which will now probably be like a few months old. But yeah, so this doesn't sound like a big deal. And it's not necessarily, but my public Instagram account is starting to seem really serious, which is good. But at the same time, I'm still a teenage girl at the end of the day. I want to post the photos that I think I look good in, and I want to post like the silly photos and like, you know, like I love my Instagram, but it's very like to do with my writing. And you know, like I wrote a book, I was invited to this event, which is obviously amazing, but I'm trying to show more of my personality as well, but obviously there's certain things that I would not be posting on that main account. So it's nice to have two kind of options, and I'm hoping that like through having this private Instagram account with like all my friends on it and having my public account, like I'm gonna be able to kind of do both, basically, is my point. And you're probably thinking like, why does it matter? But obviously with my writing, like I'm gonna be real, I'm not like 100% professional in all aspects of my social media. Like I'm not like doing anything bad, but you know what I mean? Like I've got a few TikToks with, you know, like music that wouldn't be necessarily like work friendly kind of situation. I feel like we all do, but you know what I mean? At the same time, I need to have a balance of like being still kind of professional, if that makes sense. So yeah, I've really enjoyed having a little private Instagram account, and I think it's just like, I think social media doesn't always feel like very free, which sounds stupid, but like a lot of people obviously struggle with feeling like everything has to be aesthetic and everything has to look good. Like people are very aware of being perceived and, you know, like how many eyes are on them. And I struggle with being perceived. I don't necessarily struggle with being perceived on the internet, but I just struggle with being perceived in general. But yeah, so I think having a little private account has really just been a lot of fun. Like that's literally it. Like it's been a lot of fun for me. But yeah, I just feel like everybody is very like performative. And I'm not saying I'm not. I mean, I'm not a performative person, but you know what I mean? Like, would I be lying if I said that like I want my main Instagram to look like as professional and like aesthetic as I can? Like, do I want all the pictures of me to look really good on it? Yes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a vain person, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I've never like, you know, like planned my post and like made sure that all the photos were aesthetic for it, and like, you know, like no, I have. But like I kind of miss like being messy, and like I don't mean that in a drama kind of way, but like I don't know, like I feel like I never like watched a lot of her videos, to be honest, but like there was that era with like the Emma Chamberlains of the world, and it was just really popular to be very like real on the internet, and you know, not, I mean, Emma Chamberlain looks amazing, but you know what I mean, like, it wasn't this perfect version of, and I don't mean like the way she looks, but just, you know, like there's her in her pajamas, you know, like she's just woken up. It's not like TikToks where they're like, I've just woken up, and they're covered in makeup and like they've clearly not woken up. And no hate to that, like I think there's nothing wrong with that, but I miss like when the internet was just like Trisha Paytas on her kitchen floor, you know, which, I'm gonna be real, don't post your mental breakdowns on the internet. It's probably not the best idea, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I loved it, and I loved it because she was just being so honest. Like, she was having a shit day and she was sitting on that floor eating pizza, and like, people don't do that anymore. And like I said, not telling you to go post your mental breakdowns on the internet, but like, I miss when the internet just felt really real. I don't know if it's also because like the rise of AI and stuff, like a lot of videos now are just pure AI, but like, I just feel like there's not much that feels like not curated anymore. Like everything, even like a regular person's Instagram, it's very curated and aesthetic, and like, I don't know, I'm in two kind of minds about it, because I love personal branding, I love branding in general, like I love marketing, and I love a girl who's got really aesthetic Instagram, but at the same time I also love when people are just very like messy in themselves, and you know, like, I just feel like there's not an in-between at the moment. It's gone more to this like very like I don't even describe, because it's not always necessarily performative, but yeah, like a more performative, like people are aware that they're being perceived kind of thing. I feel like having a little private Instagram is gonna help me with like being able to post what I want, but also not having to post it on my main account, you know? So, like I said, I'm trying to just bring more of my personality to like my online presence. Can kind of find my in-between for like, I guess, my social media presence. Obviously my private account's on Instagram, but like, it's private, so people aren't gonna see it, where like my public account, you know, like I want it to be professional, but I don't want it to feel like a LinkedIn profile at the same time. So yeah, I just feel like having a private account means that I can post whatever I want, and then I can also like evaluate what needs to go in the private and what can maybe go on my public account, you know? But yeah, I just kind of miss like the messiness. That's literally it. I just miss, like, I don't feel like people are as raw and honest on the internet. And in some ways it's a good thing, you know, with, like I said, like the whole Trisha Paytas thing, is like, as much as those videos are very relatable, it probably wasn't best for her mental health to post that on the internet and then have like people like commenting on it and watching it. Like, obviously if it's supportive comments, then maybe, but like, you know, if you're having a mental breakdown and people are commenting negative things, it's gonna impact your mental health more. But yeah, like, I feel like also being so performative affects other people, obviously, because everybody's got these perfect accounts and perfect photos, and like that can affect other people's mental health at the same time, if that makes sense. So yeah, I know I'm not making a lot of sense, but I just kind of miss people being very honest on social media, Like, it's always been a performance. I feel like now more than ever, it's like very performative. And yeah, like, I just kind of miss when like social media didn't feel as serious, and people were just having a good time. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of stupid, but like, as somebody who posts on social media, like, I do kind of miss that. And also, like, as much as I think it's important to be serious, especially as I've said before, with the kind of stories I write, like, they're very serious topics, so obviously I have to remain a certain level of being professional and serious. I do still kind of hate how I have to seem so professional to be taken seriously. Like, I understand being professional, and I am professional, but like, there's a certain level of like, I don't want to try and be someone I'm not at the same time. Like, I am serious when it comes to the topics in the books, but like, I'm not serious 24/7, and I don't want to always show the serious side of myself. But at the same time, like I said in my other video, is like, the issue is the sort of topics I talk about. If the other like side of my content is me just doing stupid things, or, you know, making jokes, even though those jokes wouldn't be about these topics, like, sometimes it would look like I was taking the piss, basically, which is not what I want. So it's finding this balance of being myself, but it not devalidating my work, but also not devalidate who I am as a person. So yeah, that is something that I've definitely been thinking about. And like I said, it's a big part of reintroducing myself, which is what I've been doing for, well, when this comes out, it will be this month. So, you know, I'm really focusing on finding that balance. And yeah, like, so far I think it's going well. I think I'm showing my personality, but still, you know, being professional enough. So we'll see, but yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it, to be honest, but like, I hope I've described this well enough, because a lot of the time I know what I'm thinking in my head, but I don't really articulate it very well. I'm a lot better at writing and getting to the point than I am at talking and getting to the point. So hopefully I got to the point. I think this will be quite a short Girl with a Microphone, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.